Greetings YouTube, Dark Swordsman here, and today I am essentially redoing my Final Fantasy 13 walkthrough. So a couple of years ago I started working on Final Fantasy 13 and we got as far as Tajin's Tower, thereabouts, and the playthrough came to an abrupt end because my depression got really bad. It took me out, I'll be honest. This was because the lockdowns had taken its toll on me because of COVID, and it left me in a very bad place. But since then I've worked very hard to get myself back on my feet. I've had numerous counselling to help as well, and so now I feel that the time has come to redo this walkthrough properly. I deleted the old playlist because, let's be honest, it didn't portray me in a good light. Although, looking back on it now, I kind of feel like I could have left it up just to sort of show people what depression does to a person. But I'm trying to create positive vibes on my channel now, so that's why I took it down and decided, sod it, we're going to redo it. Once Final Fantasy 13 is done, we are going to also look at 13.2 as well, if I can find the patience and the motivation and whatnot to do it. we'll get to it when we get to it. Alright then folks, so then without further ado, let's get on with today's show. Let's get started, let's have a blast, and yeah, I hope my walkthrough is helpful to you lot. So here we go. But yeah, in all fairness, I never should have started the original walkthrough that I did for this game. I should have waited until I was in a better place.
The 13 days after we awoke were the beginning of the end.
There's actually a fellow YouTuber that I stream with now as well, who I should have listened to as well, because he always taught me that if your depression is getting bad, if you're not in the right state to stream or record, then don't do it. And that, you know, when I did that playthrough, I clearly didn't listen. And to me that resulted in a botched playlist, so for that I am very, very sorry folks. I promise you though, this time round things will be different. And this time you will get the walkthrough for Final Fantasy 13 that you should have had before. So we'll leave it at that now for this topic, and we're going to now focus solely on Final Fantasy 13. But I just wanted to get that off my chest.
You alright? I'm Mana Lassie.
So for the first part of the game, we are going to be switching back and forth quite a bit.
So far so good. They all want to fight.
Good for them.
And the characters that we'll be switching between will be, well, to start off with, it will be between two sets of our main characters. And a little bit further in, a third party will be formed between another two of our party, as it were, our main characters.
Give me that.
So the two party members that we're introduced to first of all are Lightning and Saj. And they are both basically fighting for their loved ones. Sarah is Lightning's sister, that's the loved one that she's fighting for, because the fal'Cie took her. And Sarge fighting for his son, who also, again, got branded a l'Cie and was taken wrongfully. Ooh, Behemoth. Behemoths are hard in this game, they're horrible little buggers. I don't like them. There's so many different variants of them as well in this game. So many different variants.
I've been away! Hey, let's be rational now. Listen to the big guns now. What do we do?
Watch and learn.
We'll go ahead and skip the tutorial. Alright, so our first opponent is the Manasvin Warmech. And this fight's quite an easy one, there's not really much to it. So we can safely go ahead and just rip him to pieces.
Fall back!
Not so tough now, huh? Hey, that wasn't like a challenge now, all right? Hey! Time to go! I'm coming!
Oh, Sarge.
Heads up.
This thing won't give up.
Right, here we go, round 2. Hey, I do detest stubborn opponents. So this time he's going to be using a move called the Wave Cannon, which is going to do a bit of damage. But as you can see, it's minuscule damage at this point. Now you might have noticed the bar as well that's above him, with his name just above it. That is his stagger gauge. And basically once we fill that bar all the way up to the 300% mark, he will stagger, allowing for us to do what I call critical damage. Although as of right now, I would say he's probably not going to get staggered, because we're going to kill him before we get even anywhere near close to that point. So another thing to note is each battle you will get a battle rating from 1 to 5 stars, which for most of the game the rating's not relevant. Later on, when you get to the Seathstone missions, if you're going for the trophies, they will be relevant. Although having said that, the rating might increase the amount of CP that you're getting maybe a little bit, I'm not sure, I've never really tested it. But you'll also see a target time, incentive bonuses, etc, etc. It's basically just an analysis of each of your battles, basically. And then once we go on to the next screen, we get the spoils, so in this case potions, so that's basically the drops. Now, I gotta say the drop rates in this game are awful, and if anyone from Square Enix watches this playthrough and they are actually remastering or remaking this game, please, for the love of God, sort it out.
Oh goodness. Whew. We did it. Oh, hey! Aren't you supposed to protect civilians, soldier? I mean, you are Sanctum, aren't you? What are you doing trying to stop the Purge? Why don't you tell me that?
I was a soldier.
Hey, where do you think you're going? Man. Chocobo, just can't catch a break, can we? Yeah, that's a good question. Oh well, I better follow her. I'm getting too old for this.
Hanging Edge, the restricted zone. Okay, so we are now finally able to move our character. Once I get through these tutorials, go away.
Sure we can get through here?
Let me just get my bearings a moment. Right, so yeah, we're going this way. These ones here are our save points. Later on, you will be able to do your upgrades and purchase stuff from the shops. Which right now all we've got is the standard Unicorn Mart, which has Phoenix Downs and potions. Later on, you will unlock other shops that will have a lot more variety and unique items. So many and various enemies stalk the roads that you must travel upon. Entering an enemy's detection radius, the mini-map in the upper right corner of the screen will flash in warning. Coming into contact with any enemy will initiate a battle. Well, I think we already knew that, but I just wanted to read that one out. That's about the only one that I will read out. Just so you guys understand how you engage in battle and stuff. The rest of it I can pretty much just tell you as we go along. Okay. Up and over. Now there is another thing actually that I could show you with the battling. So I'm on PS3 obviously. If I hit R1, we can go into this screen here which shows us all the different stats that we need to know. So in the top right it will tell us what status they're immune to. So that's D-Protect, D-Shell, Slow, Poison, things like that. It'll tell us what the stagger points are, the chain resistance. On the bottom left you've got your common drop, the rare drop. Over on the right you've got all the elemental vulnerabilities as well. So from the top to the bottom it's fire, ice, lightning, water, wind, earth. I'm not sure what those two bottom ones are. I believe one of them might be poison by the looks of it. Or is it might be, I'm not sure. Oh, hold on, I think the red one at the bottom is physical damage. And I'm not sure about the other one at the bottom. That might be something to do with the... because there is non-elemental magic such as Ruin and Ruenga as well that you'll use later on. It might be linked to that, I'm not sure. But yeah, just wanted to show you guys that. Oh, one more thing. If you've got multiple enemies, just hit R1 again and it will scroll you through the different ones. That's if you're on PS3, by the way. I know this game is on Xbox 360 as well currently, but I don't have an Xbox 360 and I don't know the controls for the Xbox. I was never an Xbox fan and I doubt I ever will be. It's just not my console, if I'm honest. I have nothing against the Xbox, just not my scene, I suppose. Right, we've got a chest that's up there as well. I want to try and grab that in a moment.
Not wanting to get purged, I get. But taking on trained soldiers?
Better to die than get sent to Pulse. It's hell without the brimstone.
Yeah, well, hell's not sounding too bad. Because this place ain't exactly paradise.
Domesticated peacekeepers. Nothing to worry about.
Domesticated peacekeepers, nothing to worry about, she says. I beg to differ on that one. What happened there? I think my controller bugged for a sec. Well, that takes care of the soldier. Okay, so we've got Blitz. Now Blitz is a good ability to use for disabling multiple opponents at once. So if you're getting swarmed, for instance, and you want to trim down enemy numbers quickly, using Blitz in combination with magic from another party member will work absolute wonders, and I'll demonstrate that later on in time. Right now we don't have the ability to demonstrate it properly just yet. Okay, first things first, we're going to head up here because there was this chest here. That gives us 2 potions.
No need to be pushing now.
I wasn't pushing. Is that the chest that I saw from this side? I just want to double check. Oh, looks of it was, because I'm not seeing anything else here. Yeah, okay, cool. So I'm just trying to make sure we don't miss anything. Any accessories and things that you get as we go through the game, hold on to them for the time being. We will sort through all of that later on. The reason I'm telling you to hang on to them is because we have a trophy called Treasure Hunter, which means we must have had one of each accessory that's available in the game. You don't have to have held on to them at the end, but it's a good idea to hang on to everything until towards the end and go through everything properly so that you can do a bit of a checklist to see what you've had and what you haven't had. Now I have got the full list available because I've got the guidebook, so I'll be able to give you guys that information later on when we get to it. But in the meantime, like I said, just hang on to stuff. Weapon wise, you don't need to hang on to all weapons. You can just upgrade and then sell off your older weapons, because yes, the weapons do come into it with the Treasure Hunter trophy. However, you only need to have had one of each of their final weapons. So one of Snow's final weapons, one of Lightning's, and so on and such forth. Which can be a bit of a pig to do because you need Tramphohedrons and Dark Matters and things, and it's an absolute nightmare. But I can tell you, in order to pull off the Treasure Hunter trophy, you will need a total of, I think it's about 5 Dark Matters, 2 Adam... Oh Christ, what's it called? Adamant? I cannot remember how it's pronounced until I see it later on. And then I think you need about 4 to 5 Tramphohedrons. After that, it is just a case of having the upgrades and the upgrade materials, other upgrade materials, and the obviously the Gil. Now, Gil is a bit of a pig to get in this game. I'll be honest. I'll be brutally honest.
So much for the element of
The best way I have found to get money is actually the platinum ingots and the gold nuggets, which you won't get till quite a bit later on. The platinum ingots you get from defeating Adamantoise. You will also get them from the Long Guy, which is the upgraded version of the Adamantoise, which is only unlocked after defeating certain Seastone missions. And I really recommend not unlocking that thing until you're good and ready, because you're going to want to have an easier time farming the Tramphosahedrans, which also come from the Adamantoise and Long Guy, and trust me, you will have a much better time defeating the Adamantoise than you will the Long Guy. Believe me. Ooh. But the platinum ingots are worth 150k a pot. The gold nuggets. There is a Seastone mission later on where you will be guaranteed a gold nugget. They are worth 60k.
There's no time.
But also running around with the Chocobo can also net you a gold nugget, because you can have the Chocobo sniff out treasure, and if it comes across one, then you're in business.
Hey! Wait! No, don't leave me!
Let go!
The hell no! You're my only way out of here! No! Hey, that might get us across. Right there. Right?
Looks that way.
Alrighty then.
Alright, you leave this to me.
Oh, here we go again. Ideally at this point, if we can run from battles, that would be ideal, because they're not going to really give us anything except maybe potions and stuff. You won't start collecting CP for your grids until later on. So I kind of feel like the battles at the beginning are a little bit on the pointless side. So I do tend to try and run from them and only do the ones that are absolutely necessary if I can help it, or the fights that it doesn't give me a choice but to do. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and chuck out a potion here. Now, unlike previous Final Fantasy games, when you cast a potion, it will heal everybody in the party, not just one person, which is really handy because it does save on the potions a little bit. Phoenix Downs, unfortunately, are still very much the same. It will only revive one person at a time. But to be honest, later on we'll have much better stuff to use anyway for getting people up and healed.
Seems to be in working order.
Get out of my way. Alright, here we go. Daisies. Alright, so we're going to be introduced to another new enemy in a moment.
Deep Ortiz, are we? Weapons down. I'd hate for this to turn ugly.
Turn ugly?
He wants to kill us without a fight.
Well, isn't that cute?
Time's up!
Well, let's show them what we're made of, shall we, folks? You can do one. So with this fight, I recommend getting rid of the Enforcers first, because they are the pests, as you, if you will. That's one down. Not exactly what I was hoping for. There we go. Alright, now we can focus on this guy. Do I heal? Can I get him staggered without needing to heal? Is it worth it? Got him. Now later on we will get an ability called Launch, and it's a very effective ability to have because what it does is it will launch most staggered opponents up into the air. This slows down the stagger bar drain so that you can keep them staggered for longer and increase the amount of damage you are doing. There we go. Another thing to note in this game is when you start a battle you will be back to full health again, so you won't need to heal in between fights, which is really handy.
What's your angle? What? Classified military info? Huh? What's the matter? You quit, didn't you? You think I'm gonna go out there and just tell everybody your secrets?
Fal'Cie. My angle. I'm after the Fal'Cie. Still happy you tagged along.
Didn't have a choice.
I mean, he's got an angle in it anyway. The Fal'Cie took his son, so...
On behalf of Cocoon's citizens, I would like to thank our brave false pioneers and express our best wishes for a successful relocation.
Operation Nora.
Selfless sacrifice ensures the continued safety and peace of our society. Were it not for this remarkable gesture, every resident of Cocoon, your family, your friends, your neighbors, would be exposed to the dangers of the world below. By choosing to leave Cocoon and participating in this migration,
Migration? More like extermination.
Huge. You stay here.
So sorry. I didn't mean to.
These people need heroes. Here. You keep your cool, and they will too. You got it?
Got it.
What's our motto?
The army's no match for Nora.
That a boy.
The Resistance Front. Hanging Edge. Okay, so we are now playing as Snow Billiere. And I had to really think for a second then because I almost got his name wrong. Is that who I think it is? Just I've never noticed that before.
It's over. It's all over.
Oh my god, that's Hope and his mother. Been next to us the whole time.
It's over. It's all over.
I don't believe it. Okay, so anyway, sorry for that distraction there. So, all the times I've played through this game, I never noticed that Hope and his mother was sat there. Now, Hope is another one of our characters that we're going to be playing as later on. But we'll get to that when we get to it. Anyway, I'm going to end the episode here because we're starting a new bit of the game here with Snow. New chapter, so to speak. And I'd like to start this bit off in the next episode. So thank you very much for watching. If you've liked what you've seen, then please do let me know in the comment section. Smash that like button. Be subscribed to the channel, and I'll see you all next time for more Final Fantasy 13. Take care, folks.